Welcome to this very quick demonstration on how to make a graph using Microsoft Excel. Lots of you might know how to do this already, so this tutorial is only for those people who don't know or are a little bit unsure. Okay, so the first thing you'll do is open up Excel and then save the blank document into the controlled assessment folder of your My Documents, okay, just in case later on something happens, the power goes down or your screen freezes, all those kind of things. You've got the saved document already in your My Documents, okay. Then using Excel, you need to create a graph for each relevant question of your questionnaire. So you're going to need to analyze the results. Some questions won't require a graph for analysis, but most will. So only create a graph for the relevant questions. Once you've created the graphs, you need to copy and paste them into your controlled assessment PowerPoint. And then at the end, when you've got all your graphs and data in your Excel file, make sure you save it, because you might need to come back to it later, and it would be awful if you have to recreate the data on the graphs. Okay, so just make sure it's saved. Okay, so I'm just going to flick over to Excel. This is an example of a graph or the data that you put in. So what I've done is I've just opened a blank page, and I've just typed the title of the question in here. So would you be more likely to buy a coffee table if it were made from sustainable materials? There were two options there, obviously, yes or no. 17 people answered yes, 3 people answered no. Okay, so what I'm going to do, and I'm just going to highlight the options and the number of responses. Highlight all those and just those cells, nothing else. Okay, that's really, really important. The highlighted area will be defined by a dark black box. And something that often confuses people is that the top left-hand cell, this one here, is always white and the rest are blue. Okay, that doesn't mean it's not selected. It means everything within that box is selected. Okay. Once you've done that, you need to go to the Insert tab just at the top of the screen. And then you can click on the type of graph that you want. So probably most relevant for this is a column. Pie might work as well, but I'm going to use a column. Gives me a number of options. I don't want to go too fancy, so I'm just going to go with a simple 3D. And there we go. Okay, it's created the graph. It couldn't be any easier. Okay, once you've done that, if you want to, you can then go in and you can change parts of your graph. So for example, if you wanted to change the color of these to make it a bit easier to analyze, you can see I've just clicked on the box, right click, and then I go to this one here. Here we go, and then you can change the fill, solid fill, and then change the color. And then you can change the transparency if you want to as well. Okay. Once you've done that, it would be a really good idea for you to add titles to your graph, because obviously when you copy and paste it from here onto your PowerPoint, you're going to want to know what it refers to. So I'm just going to go to Chart Tools just here at the top, and I'm going to go to Layout, and I'm going to put Axis Titles in. Okay, so I'm going to go for the vertical first of all, and I'm going to type in here number of responses. Done. Okay. Then I'm going to go to Axis again, and horizontal, and options. Now, obviously, this is just an example, so you should feel free to obviously make a judgment call as to the best titles for your own piece of coursework. And obviously, it needs a title. So, chart title, above chart, I think. And what I'm going to do for the title is just simply copy and paste the question. Okay, it's way too big, so I'm just going to change the size. Done. Okay. Now you might want to change some items about some decisions about layout and color and all that kind of stuff, and which type of graph is best to communicate your data. But with Excel, once you know how to do it, it couldn't be any easier. So you just simply copy this, paste it onto your PowerPoint, and job done. Okay. Don't forget though to make sure that you save your Excel file at the end. It's so important, because we've had students in the past who have had to change questionnaires for whatever reason throughout the course of the project, and then they've had to go into Excel and recreate all the data again, and it's just a complete time waste. So make sure you save it, and if you need to adapt it, you can later on. Okay guys, good luck.